New York Chef endorses Hovey's cooking knives at International Conference. William Hovey Smith, 2018. I'm the author of Backyard Deer Hunting and also the owner of a new company, Hovey's Knives of China, where we take inspiration from ancient Chinese patterns and actually make new designs of knives in central Georgia. Now, this was part of the following conference: Eating Insects Athens, 2018 conference, History, Commercialization, and Cooking. I'm speaking to Joseph Yoon of Brooklyn Bugs. Joseph, how did you get involved in such a thing?
Well, it all started when a friend of mine, who I really love and appreciate her art, asked me if I would cook with bugs for a project she was working on. And once I learned about why the UN endorses edible insects and how sustainable it is, all these factors really kept piling on and adding on for like why I wanted to participate, why I want to do it more and more.
Yes, sir. Well, what is Brooklyn Bugs? Is it actually a storefront restaurant in Brooklyn?
No. Brooklyn Bugs is an organization that works to raise awareness and appreciation for edible insects, and we have a really creative, fun, and delicious programming that works towards that cause. And we also really actively work to build a community for the industry and working as an advocate. And in doing so, we hope to get the right policymakers to create the proper legislation to help fund the academics that do the research for the information that we need that will further help us to pitch the legislators. So we're really working as an advocate, and in theory, but in practice, we do it by cooking the food, hosting events, hosting children's events, and really trying to be an active part of this Ento community.
Yes.
And so it's interesting entering the Ento cuisine and Ento world from a culinary background, because I feel like a lot of people that enter entomology, they may come from an academic or scientific background and then try to apply a little bit of cooking into that.
Yes.
But for me, starting from a culinary background and then applying my culinary acumen into what is a fascinating field of new ingredients and possibilities, it's allowed me to expand the potential, I feel, with the creativity that I'm able to lend and try to really create delicious and new cuisine with these new ingredients.
Yes. Well, speaking of new.
Okay.
Let me show you something new.
All right.
These are knives of my own design based on ancient Chinese patterns from 3,000 years ago, the Chinese Bronze Age. Now, in ancient China, bronze was a very scarce and valuable material, so a knife had to do more than just merely cut. The end is truncated flat. It's a scraping. This scallop here allows you to take the blade and do very intricate cutting and tracery. The flat blade, particularly on the larger models, allows you to actually pick up and serve with it, in the sense of a more standard Chinese knife. This oval is non-slip in the hand. You can dip your hand in grease and come out, and this knife will not slip because it's mechanically grasped in the palm. The oval also serves to break up spices in a bowl. It's a pencil. This allows the whole set of knives to be hung by the workplace.
Yeah.
Rather than rattling around in a drawer or taking up valuable space on the block.
I'd take a look. There may be more functionality, but I'm actually, because I was actually wondering, I'm like, a lot of times you need the point, but you have a point on this side. As a chef, if you want to. So I was like, why is there a flat edge? The scraper, that's brilliant.
Yes.
Having this for fine, intricate work, I have to say, if this knife is available, I'm fascinated because when you pulled it out, I'm like, that's kind of a weird knife.
Yes.
But when you describe the functionality of it, I have to say, this is like MacArthur grant for culinary knife design level of ingenuity. I love it.
Yes, sir. Well, this is designed after the Acheulean hand axe of our Neanderthal ancestors, only rendered in steel rather than stone.
Okay.
So this is a palm knife. It's designed to be held like this. Points in the kitchen are overrated. You either need a point or you do not. And so if you need a point a lot, okay, this gives you a very strong, stiff point.
Yeah.
But with this, I can completely dress a game out.
Yeah.
I can dress a wild,
it looks like, yeah.
a wild hog.
So tell me though about the purpose of this.
Mm-hmm.
Why does this improve the ergonomics, or because it's not a traditional knife? Mm-hmm. And for me, generally, I use a traditional chef hold on the knife.
Sure.
So what does this provide in this manner that makes it
Particularly useful? Okay. This is for the extreme backpack hunter who wants to take a minimum of weight, equipment, and size to do the job he needs to do out in the woods, where ounces count.
Right.
And so with one flat piece of steel, he can completely dress his piece of meat.
I see. Right.
So that's the origin of this.
Okay. I see.
And its utility. Otherwise, if you were doing a lot of pastry cutting, then it would have some utility, along that score.
Yeah. So this is, so there's a purpose for, chefs have like dozens of different types of knives, probably, maybe even more. And so this is definitely not like a chopping knife where I want to be chopping vegetables or something. No. Now that you state the functionality of it, then I have a better understanding of like why it's designed in this manner. This is the knife of great interest to me.
Well, we have several varieties of it. We have a longer version with a very sharp point. Mm-hmm. So we have the blunt point version there.
Yeah.
We have a truncated point that is like this, and we have a point that slopes out like this to a very sharp needle point, a pencil point. Mm-hmm. That pencil point is not stable. It is too thin, and so we will resharpen it for as long as you own the knife, because sooner or later it will break, it will fade.
Oh, I see that, amazing. I love that. I love the way that this works like this.
Mm-hmm. Well, these are available, and you can go to my website. And here are the names of my website and my YouTube channel, so you can check these things out. And we do have a catalog showing our entire offering of knives, and we have more than 12 different patterns.
Wonderful. I look forward to checking out the different designs.
They are unfortunately not inexpensive, and we do it in a right and left-handed version. Or you can get a single grind, a double grind, and we also offer a different handle.
All right. Yeah.
We also make it with a straight handle as well.
Okay. Wonderful.
Well, we have had a wonderful time at the conference and enjoyed your participation very much.
Oh, thank you, Hovey.
And thank you very much for coming.
Oh, my absolute pleasure. It's wonderful to have your colorful personality and commentary at the conference. And I certainly hope this is just the beginning of our time together.
Well,
thank you.
Look forward to it.
All right, Hovey. Thank you.
Okay. Here is a closer look at some of my unique designs of Chinese and world-inspired cooking knives. The next thing up that I'll have about the conference will be a YouTube slide presentation that'll show some of the people as well as some of the dishes that were actually cooked and shown during the course of the conference. Below is the contact information about the suppliers involved in this conference, and also about my own knives and books. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe, goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.